fears that surround me fade away.
Hey, you can just pause the video as usual while I hover over my build here before I finish the control points. Definitely really like this build. I mentioned at the end of the video that I'm considering one major change potential in the future, but I still kind of doubt I'm going to do it. Overall, I still find this guy just the best balanced version of a tank who's just good at everything, like good at tanking anything. Like Foundry, I feel like was key for that. If you want to be just a pure tank and just a pure me only, like obviously there's a meta tank build that, but it's more helping teammates more over yourself. It helps yourself, but not as much, I'd say, as a pure Foundry guy does. A pure balanced, like pure Foundry build, I'd say. Anyway.
You feel so close, but you're so far away from me. I lose no hope, so I still wanna set you free. Climb so high now, you can finally see what we have now. Torn apart the seams, made no joke when I broke, was broke lost. You see me shutting the door on my dark past. You come so far now, you can finally see what we have now. Torn apart the seams, yeah. Ever so close to me. With just one word you could shape my reality. Where we are now, where we need to be. What we have now, torn apart the seams. I meant no joke when I spoke, what I broke lost. I'll always say what I shouldn't when I speak fast. You tell me now, we're supposed to be. What we have now, torn apart the seams, yeah. And if you haven't got that yet, just read between the lines. The truth ain't hard to find. Yes, I don't mind if we are the problem and we all oppose. It's like a prison. You are not alone. If we are the problem and we all oppose. It's like a prison. We know this is
That was fatal.
so close, but you're so far away from me. I lose no hope, so I still wanna set you free. Climb so high now, you can finally see what we have now. Torn apart the seams. 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 And if you haven't got that yet, just read between the lines. But you ain't hard to find. Yes, I don't mind if we have the problem and we all oppose. It's like a prison. You are not alone. If we are the problem and we all oppose. It's like a prison. We know there's no stop. 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 We know there's no stop.
And of course, one of my control points got taken while I was taking this one, so after this video, I go take the actual last control point, but nothing happened. I was hoping maybe I would get, I don't know, an achievement. Maybe I've already done it before, though, and I'm just like, hey, you know what, let's just take all the control points and see if the game says good job or whatever, and I'm like, nope, it didn't, even on heroic difficulty. But comment on this build real quick. seriously considering that I might try. I rolled an improvised holster that is basically identical to my knee pad. I would just have to optimize it again. And I have the Sawyer's knee pads for an exotic knee pad. I'm considering switching out Catharsis with the Sawyer knee pads, and then throwing Foundry mask on Catharsis to maintain that, and then throw an improvised holster on my current holster so that I can maintain the extra protection from elite bonus that way, and repair skills until I have the same armor regen. If I were to do that, I would lose Catharsis, of course, and everything that entails, and I would also lose an armor regen because Sawyer's knee pads doesn't have that, so I'd lose Catharsis with incoming repairs on it, and then I'd lose, what was it? Oh, one of my armor regen, base armor regen buffs. But I would gain another 10% explosive resist, which really doesn't help that much for damage. However, I do notice explosives tend to do a lot of damage to my shield rather than my armor, so it might help protect my shield better. But the main thing I gain, the main reason I'm considering this is because Sawyer's knee pads makes you immune to explosive stagger. And if there's anything that kills me a lot sometimes in legendaries, sometimes hero too, but mostly legendary difficulty on this build, it's freaking explosive spamming from infinite drones or robots just throwing explosives left and right at you. And it's not really because of their damage, it's because they stagger me. Like, they just stagger me so much, and then the guys, as usual, what actually kills me is gunfire. But then the gunfire is able to hit me more and concentrate on me more when I'm getting stagger locked by the explosives. So I'm starting to think I might want to try that. I'm still unsure about it because even though it sometimes kills me, it's still pretty rare, so I'll be trading off a very good Catharsis mask for something that honestly doesn't seem to happen that often. It's just, I'm trying to judge in my mind, like, well, do I need the Catharsis healing to still do what I do here while having the explosive stagger immunity? So especially on legendary difficulty, I don't have to worry about that nonsense. Sawyer's knee pads also gives you a similar damage increasing buff as Catharsis, except it's standing still for that one, which I can definitely afford doing on this guy often. However, it's still not, movement tends to be life, especially on legendary, so I still find, I didn't really consider that honestly, because it's like, I don't really see myself capitalizing on that damage increasing buff that often. Again, the main reason I would only get it is for the stagger immunity from explosives. And then I would be trading off an armor regen, and then Catharsis. I would just be trading off a good amount of armor regen healing, because I'd be trading off the Catharsis healing and then a base armor regen healing. But Catharsis only heals you, like, sporadically. It's just, it heals you a lot. Like, when you're standing in that pool, it heals you a lot. It also removes status effects on you, so it, like, can remove the burn from the explosive you got hit by. And, of course, it's slowly increasing your damage periodically to help out some, too, when it's not dropping a healing pool. It's just such a widely variety, very good overall thing for this guy. I kind of doubt I'm going to end up doing this, but now that I have the tools, I really want to farm resources later on, and I am going to optimize the stuff and try it out at some point and see if I actually feel like this guy's a better tank, a better balanced tank, giving up Catharsis for the Sawyer's knee pads. But that'll be a video for another time.